Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome back to the Sam Redgate-Large channel, and we have another night of hopefully good Premier League football. Last night we had two exciting games, actually. Everton and Liverpool, Watford and Chelsea. Watford and Chelsea was a bit closer than I anticipated, but Chelsea got there in the end, didn't they? They got there in the end. And to you guys in the chat, let us know what your score prediction is for tonight's match. Tonight's match is Manchester United versus Arsenal. So, two teams who formerly were two of the best sides on the planet in the UK, and currently, maybe one would consider them not to be. Personally, I wouldn't. However, let's leave the slander for the time being, because we've got plenty to talk about in this game, and there'll be plenty to talk about as well. We also have the other game, which is still on tonight, which is Tottenham versus Brentford. Tottenham still currently 1-0 up after beating, after a Sergi Canales own goal in the other game. But that being said, ladies and gents, let's jump in to the teams for the Manchester United versus Arsenal game. And like I always say, make sure you drop your score predictions in the chat as well. So let's have a look at who is in the chat at this current moment in time. Let's have a look. We've got Shah and we've got Oliver. Evening to you. Jay back saying Canos scored an own goal. Not a good time for Canos. Absolutely not. Why is that? I clicked on the Spurs game. That's why it's loaded up the Spurs game. Sam tries to say Salam. Is that what you meant to say? Yes, team. Why am I Timo? 2-1 Arsenal and 1-1. Wow, Sam. Very nice layout. See, Shah, I do take your criticism and I use it properly. So hopefully that all reads easily for you and you can read that very well off your phones. I forgot to turn my screen around, so just give me 2 seconds. And then I can actually see my TV screen, which is, helpful. It's when you want to do a stream, it is helpful to be able to see your monitor screen. Sorry, not the TV screen, but I have one of those. Anyway, let's move on and let's talk about the two teams for tonight. A lot of forgotten faces in both sides tonight, actually. And it made me laugh because there's two people in particular. I wonder if you guys in the chat can work out who I'm on about when I say this. But there's two players in particular that I didn't realise still played for either Manchester United or Arsenal. Can you work out which ones it is? I'll go through the teams and then we'll find out. No, I'm not in Berlin. It's from 2 weeks ago, the Berlin vlogs, or a week or so ago. But still good to watch if you haven't already watched them as well. They're doing really well, the first one is. So let's have a look. So Manchester United start off with, it looks like a 4-2-3-1 with David De Gea starting in goal. Diego Dalot and Alex Telles start as the fullbacks with Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire, who is, of course, the captain for this evening. Fred and Scott McSauce start in defensive midfield with Sancho out on wide right. We would assume Rashford will be off the left with Bruno Fernandes just slightly in behind. And then, of course, the great man Cristiano Ronaldo himself up front on his own. And yes, Dalot is one of the players who I didn't even realise still played for them, but apparently he does. And then we'll move on to, as well, the Arsenal side. We start off with number 32, Aaron Ramsdale starting in goal, who has made a pretty good impression, if you ask me, since signing for Arsenal. Not a bad sort of first season. He's kept Bernd Leno out of that number 1 shirt for, well, you know what I mean, hypothetically out of the number 1 shirt for a little while. And who else have we got then? We've got Tomiyasu starting at right back with White and Gabriel. Tavares starts at left back. Martinelli retains his spot after a good goal at the weekend as well. We're about to get underway, by the way, here in Manchester. Just going to wait for them to get underway and have my screen timer loaded up, and then I'll get the rest of the team started. We'll be underway in a second, just taking the knee, and then we should be off and running. I think it's Arsenal who are getting us kicked off. It is Martin Odegaard gets us kicked off in this game, so we are all underway. Partey and El Neni. That is the other player. I didn't realise El Neni still played for Arsenal. I swear we moved like 4 seasons ago, but there we are. And the next one is, excuse me, Emile Smith-Rowe. His name went from my head there as well. That really didn't help me. Emile Smith-Rowe, and then Erdegaard. Looks like he's starting in behind Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Don't know if I keep forgetting people's names there. El Neni or Erdegaard. You definitely thought he's still at Milan. I did. I honestly did. I didn't realise he'd come back, if I'm brutally honest with you. But that's the way the cookie crumbles. If you haven't already, guys, be sure to drop a like on the video for me. Can we hit 15 likes on this stream? I would really appreciate if we could. Let's have a look. And let me know, guys, who out of these 2 games do you want to score? Who have you got in your fantasy teams? Early corner for Martin Erdegaard to take here. Whipped in. Can anyone get the head on that? It's flicked. Oh, it's just cleared over the bar by Marcus Rashford, who's doing his good defensive duties there. Sorry, I'm going to have a drink. I've got a protein shake as well. Managed to go to the gym, so I've been very productive here in the Brentford game. Brentford looking to try get forward, nearly at half-time in the other game. Another corner for Arsenal. 1.5 minutes on the clock. Smith-Rowe whips it in from the left-hand side, looking for the header. Gabriel falls out to Erdegaard. Erdegaard tries to clip one in, but it's good defending by Jadon Sancho, and it's another Arsenal corner. 3 corners in the size of a minute. In the what did I mean to say there? In the space of a minute. There we are. I can function properly. How long is the vlog tomorrow? The vlog tomorrow is a 10-minute long one. Whipped in there by Erdegaard, cleared by Harry Maguire from that corner, and United might be able to attack here, and they've got pace going forward with Bruno Fernandes. Bruno rolls it into Jadon Sancho. Sancho is in a bit of a corner here, but surely Jadon Sancho can get out of there. Into Bruno. Bruno whips it in. Ronaldo's in the middle, cleared though by Ben White. Good defensive capabilities there from Ben White, and United regained possession and restructuring a little bit here, but they've given the ball away there. Fred gives the ball away. Umar's favourite Fred. Here's El Neni. And it looks like Arsenal have just slowed the play down. It is half-time in the other game as well, ladies and gents. It is half-time in the other game. Still 1-0 to Tottenham Hotspur. I'll update it. I'll update the scoreboard if there's a goal in this, or I'll do it when they're in the next half, rather than just putting a half-time one on, because it could be that I have to change it anyway in a second. Fred hat-trick, I'm calling it, says Umar. Umar's always optimistic. Always optimistic. Loves his Fred, doesn't he? And Bruno is fouled there on the halfway line. I've got Ronaldo in my team tonight, and I've got Ivan Toney from the other game. But I've got Ivan Toney, but the problem is I've got Hugo Lloris. So if one of them scores, the other one loses points. So I've got to try and take the rough with the smooth. Take the rough with the smooth. I must say, Wilson, Silva, and Salah have saved me. Salah and Mount have saved me. I captained the Mount as well. So Shah's captain Ronaldo is feeling confident. If Darlow wasn't rubbish, Newcastle would have done Brentford 3-0. Big claims. Cal Darlow wasn't too bad, actually, at the beginning. What was it, last season when Dubravka got injured? He had quite a solid sort of period, but clearly Aaron's not best amused by the looks of that comment. Clearly he's not best amused. Why does it say hide current comment? I don't know why it said that. Sancho tries to go around Tomiyasu there, but Tomiyasu stands big and he stands strong in the way of Jadon Sancho, who maybe needs to do a little bit more there to beat his man. United, though, trying to get on the ball themselves now. Good evening, George. Max Gamer 15. Good evening. I can't believe that. That's made my head wobble. Yeah, United getting on the ball a little bit more now. They've stopped that early minute and a half where there was real problems, and Arsenal corner after corner after corner. I think they ended up with 4, but United just got a foot on the ball. Of course, we've got Ragnarik or whatever his name is, Ranik, or I don't know how to pronounce his name. Someone tell me how to pronounce his name. Umar's going to pop back later. No worries, mate. Enjoy the game. Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but a lot of people, a lot of talk about him as well, not just as a football manager, but as a director as well, and someone who could elevate Manchester United to where Manchester United fans hope they would be over the last sort of 5 or so years since Fergie has left. But only time will tell if he is able to do that. Of course, he was very successful at the Red Bull clubs in Leipzig and Salzburg, signing the likes of Minamino, Keita, Werner, all of the big players really to have come out of RB Leipzig. So Ragnick, there we are. Thank you, George. Please call me Max. Okay, Max. What was I saying? Yeah, it's Ragnick. Thank you, Max. Thank you. I can never remember. Thor Ragnick. Yes, maybe he should call himself Thor. Anyway, distracted. Here's Aubameyang. It'll be intriguing to see, though, how Manchester United are set up underneath Ragnick. See if there's any changes. If it is actually Ole being the problem, Ole at the wheel causing problems. That would be interesting to see. Why did Ragnick's first game have to be against us? I mean, that can either go two ways, can't it? The first game, Oliver. It can either go, and Manchester United fans will obviously be looking for this, for it to go well, or it can go awfully, and because you're still trying to work out how to set up your team. Look at Liverpool and Watford. Watford did not get it right, but since then, Watford have stabilised and they've been able to work it out. Sometimes an instant managerial change isn't what you need. You need to wait, and I'm sure Aaron will back me up on this one as a Newcastle United fan. You need to wait and let them mould their team and be able to train them in the positions, styles, formations, training routines, whatever it may be that they were. Poor touch there by Fred. Fred giving it to Partey, but Partey blocked out there by Scott McSauce, and Scott McSauce nearly gives the ball away high up the field there, but Fred's managed to do his defensive duties that time, but giving the ball straight away again to Emile Smith-Rowe. He's giving the ball away a bit here, Fred, isn't he? I can understand why United fans don't like that about his game. I personally wouldn't be giving the ball away like that, but Fred is that good that he can give the ball away and still give a man of the match performance. Bruno switches it out wide. Here is Diego Dalot. Dalot on his left foot shoots. First real opportunity, a half-sighted goal there for Manchester United on the left foot of Diego Dalot from about 18, 20 yards out. And not a bad effort from Diego Dalot. It tested Aaron Ramsdale. It's made sure that the gloves are warm and just making sure that he doesn't switch off. He's been fantastic, but I do think Aaron Ramsdale has that tendency just to switch off occasionally. That's a clip ball there, looking for Martin Ødegaard. Someone said, thoughts about Ødegaard so far this season? If I'm honest with you, I've not really seen enough of Arsenal because the first 3 games, there was the games when I watched them, and obviously that isn't a fair reflection of how they have been as a whole this season. Of course, 3 games where they lost. I think I was in Glasgow for the game against Manchester City where they had a man sent off, and was it 5-0 against Manchester City? And against Chelsea, they were just completely outclassed. And it was a Chelsea team on top of their game. So I haven't really been able to comment, if I'm honest, on Martin Ødegaard. But hopefully he can have a better season because there's always talk about Martin Ødegaard. He's one of those players that people look at and go, oh, he's such a good young talent, but he's going to end up like Loftus-Cheek soon, and people will be questioning, well, when are we going to use that young talent? And if he doesn't use it this season, then you're getting into that sort of Loftus-Cheek territory where you do wonder if it's too late. But that being said, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I think we're starting to see the best out of him in Thomas Tuchel. Don't know how I managed to move that from Arsenal to Chelsea there, but you know what my brain's like. Here's Emile Smith-Rowe. Rolls in Aubameyang. Aubameyang gets a shot off. Dive down to the bottom left there. Bit of a P-roller, I must be honest, from Aubameyang. But half opportunity for the captain of Arsenal and their top goal scorer. Their top goal scorer last season. And not a bad effort. Not a bad effort whatsoever. Evening Chewy as well. Sam, is Ralph any good? I heard what he is good at, Shah, is finding players and promoting stability in a club, which is why you've got him on a weird sort of temporary full-time contract where he's not the manager, but he is the manager for 6 months sort of thing. And apparently that is what Ragnick is really good at. He's good at using his team correctly. I'm sure he'll be good because, like I say, when you look at the success he's had at Leipzig and Salzburg and the RB teams, the Red Bull teams, it has been emphatic. And apparently he is credited with being one of the main reasons that RB Leipzig are the force that we come to see today. So, that was a attempted through ball there, looking for Marcus Rashford, but Tavares just took the ball away, but Ronaldo might have an opportunity here. It was one high, I believe it was Scott McTominay, but no one's got their shooting boots on tonight. Thought we were going to get Pochettino. You might still get Pochettino because you've only got Ragnick for like 6 months in it, and then you've got 2 years of consultation, whatever that means. But you might still end up with a different manager. It might just be that it's to make sure that Carrick isn't. Maybe they don't trust Carrick. Maybe that's what it is. If you are new to the stream, guys, be sure to drop a like and smash that subscribe button as well. Only if you enjoying, of course, to drop a like as well. I'll keep you up to date with everything going on and when the Tottenham game resumes as well. Harry Maguire headers that one forward. Touchdown by Ronaldo on his chest, but gives the ball away. Really weird. I honestly totally forgot Mohamed El Neni exists. Like, did anyone else realise that Mohamed El Neni still played for Manchester United, Arsenal? Did anyone actually realise that? Because I didn't. And I'm absolutely gobsmacked that he is actually still playing. If you haven't already as well, guys, let us know your score prediction for today's game. I forgot to give mine, so I'm going to go with 2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 Arsenal. I think it'll be a better performance from United tonight than we saw at the back end of the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer era. But I think Arsenal, with a good little bit of form they're in, I think they're going to nick it. That's what I think. Ben White plays it out to Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu looks to whip one in, looking for the head of Martinelli there. And it kind of came off his head/shoulder and flicked up and looped up. And David De Gea just had to tip it over. Sam is always against us. You're always against me, Shah. You're always against me. Erin says, hey, Sam, sorry can't watch the full stream tonight, but enjoy the match. Thanks, Erin, and enjoy your party as well, you little party animal. Germany going into lockdown soon, so I'll have Erin back sooner rather than later. Whipped in this time by Ødegaard, cleared though by Harry Maguire, and David De Gea's gone down in the goal there, and Ødegaard scored, and David De Gea was down. What? No way. Ødegaard has put it in the back of the net. I'm not sure when the referee blew the whistle. Oh, sorry, Smith Rowe. If there's not a foul, then it counts. Let's have a look. Oh, gosh. What's happened here? Fred has stood on the foot of David De Gea and he's gone down rolling around. It's not a free kick. So what happens here? Emile Smith-Rowe's put the ball into the back of the net. For me, that's a goal. He doesn't blow the whistle until it's hit the back of the net. What is going on? Surely you've got to give a goal. The commentators are just talking, saying no one's done anything untoward. Emile Smith-Rowe can't see through the crowd of players. It's gone in the back of the net. Controversy here, ladies and gents. Real controversy. Surely it's a goal because it's not a head injury, so you don't have to stop play. The referee didn't blow the whistle until the ball hit the back of the net. Surely this is a goal. This is good. This is controversial right here, ladies and gents. This is controversy. Max saying it must be a goal. I think it must be. I don't know how you can not give it. There's no foul in there. The controversy is obviously that he was down, but in my opinion, Smith Rowe, we're playing on. He's just gone, yeah, sure. If we're playing on, it's not a head injury. Why should I wait for you? Why should I wait for you? Oh, he sees the strike. He literally sees the strike go in. He looks, watches Smith Rowe shoot. The ball's about to go in, blows the whistle as it hits the net. Oh, this is drama. This is real drama at Old Trafford. Apparently he hasn't blown his whistle at all. Mark Clattenburg has said that he should give a goal. There is no way. There is no way. Is this going to be a Emile Smith Rowe goal? It's no way. Like, I totally get it. It should be a goal. He's got to, surely. He's given it! Emile Smith Rowe's opened the scoring. It's the most bizarre of circumstances. I am sorry, Shah, and United fans in this stream, but that is the most bizarre goal I have ever seen. But that shows what diving on the floor and rolling around like a little baby David De Gea does for you. That's what it shows. There is absolutely nothing wrong with what Emile Smith Rowe did there. He just played to the whistle. David De Gea rolling around on the floor like he's been shot, and it finds the back of the net. Half decent strike from Smith Rowe. Just something you do, at the park playing with your mates. Drills it in the bottom corner. And Arsenal find themselves... Arsenal find themselves 1-0 up. Oh, God. I love this game. I love this game. What a goal. What a goal. And that man who is on the overlay has scored. The teams are about to come back out in the other game as well. Oh, my gosh. He's given it. He has, Max. He has. Oh, my gosh. What a time to be alive, ladies and gents. What a time to be alive. Oh, I am so glad that happened. That has really, really made my day. I genuinely am. I know that it doesn't affect Chelsea in any single way, but that is honestly the favourite thing I have seen in football in a long, long time, because hopefully that'll start a change of people flopping and rolling around on the floor and not playing to the whistle. You get taught it as a kid, but Ronaldo's off on his bike here, cuts in on his right foot, looks to shoot. Easy save, though, for Aaron Ramsdale, even if it is the greatest of all time. Not Ramsdale, by the way, he is. But Ronaldo taking a shot at him there. But, oh, my gosh. Ladies and gents, we are back underway in the other game as well. In the Tottenham versus Brentford game. Brentford playing in their yellow. Oh, both away teams playing in yellow for this evening. Mate, I went to the loo, came here to find out what happened. Yusuf, did you hear any of it, or are you going to skip back to have a look through? Because I will gladly tell you, Yusuf, what happened again. Fred to Real Madrid, says Chewy. I tell you what, it's a really good strategy. I think Fred should move to Spurs as a Chelsea fan, just so he can keep shooting himself in the foot and killing off Spurs. The commentator then. The good news is De Gea's fine. Yeah, I'm sure United fans think it that way as well. He's fine because he had his toe stamped on. Legit don't have a clue, just saw Twitter go mad. Basically, Yusuf, what has just happened is the corner came in. Fred, your favourite man, Fred, has stepped on the toe of David De Gea. David De Gea rolls around on the floor like a baby. Play continues because obviously it's not a head injury. Smith Rowe catches one on the half volley about 20 yards out, puts it into the back of the net. Referee don't blow his whistle. It hits the back of the net. Then he blows the whistle like, oh, no, you can't do that. But VAR have told him, Oh, well, you can't rule it out. It's not a foul. And so United find themselves 1-0 down. Bruno looks to whip one into Ronaldo. Oh, he went for the overhead. He went for the overhead. I thought I was going to witness something special there, but Ben White had to spoil the party there. The former Leeds United man had to spoil the party. Imagine Roy Keane's reaction. I know. Roy Keane's reaction will be something to wait for. I tell you what, when I'm sure when he talks about that, Fred's trod on the toe is painful. Just saying it is, but also if you're a goalkeeper and the team is attacking you and your own teammate stood on your foot, Yusuf, you don't go around rolling around on the floor. Fred just operates on another level we don't understand. Yeah, he's playing the long game. Arsenal have won the battle, but the war has only just begun, I believe is a quote from Call of Duty. That's a lovely switch there from Partey. I don't think he meant to switch that to Martinelli, but it's worked out quite well for him. This Arsenal formation is confusing me a little bit. I can't work out where Martinelli is playing. If they're playing like a 4-3-3 or if they're playing like a 4-5-1 or a 4-4-1-1. I'm really confused. Really, really confused. It's just like De Gea. It's like De Gea just fell. He seems like he almost died. I know, it was the biggest overreaction the world has ever seen. Like, I appreciate it hurts when you have your foot stood on. And I've played football since I was about 5, up until I was about 18, 19. And I appreciate that. That's happened a lot to me. But if you're in a position where the opposition team is going to score, as Neil Warnock said, you've got to die to get 3 points. And David De Gea died and has given away a goal. Simple. Partey here. Rolls it back to Tomiyasu. Back into Partey. Into Ødegaard. Good touch from Martin Ødegaard there. Just managed to clip it nicely away from the United midfielders. Bit of a dodgy pass there from Tomiyasu, but Ben White's easily able to roll that back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale is full of confidence as Spurs go through at the other end. Harry Kane one-on-one with the Brentford goalkeeper. Big save there, big save. Really biggest overreaction. Have you watched Neymar? I have watched Neymar, but Neymar doesn't do it when there's potential opportunity for his team to concede a goal. Simple as. Kane's missed the 1v1 he has. That is a big miss in the Spurs game. Big miss, especially with the ability of Brentford. Here is Fred again. Can he make up for his earlier mistake? Into Ronaldo, into Diego Dalot. Dalot looks to pull it back towards Ronaldo, but cleared by Partey, who's hoofed the ball clear, and Smith Rowe can't quite keep it on. Back to the Spurs game. Spurs putting on a bit of pressure here. A couple of corners in quick succession following that 1v1. Brentford are just holding them at the moment. I love how hyped I get as well every time like there's a goal. Like in the Chelsea games, I'm like, yeah, goal. And I don't want to celebrate too early, but in these I can just laugh because it's not my team. So I can just be well excited. McTominay into Fred. Fred finds Rashford. Into Diego Dalot, cleared by Arsenal. Arsenal's defence standing strong here. El Neni finds Ødegaard, who finds Tomiyasu. Arsenal really trying to play themselves out of trouble, and it nearly causes them a problem there, but they managed to just get a toe in, and they do look good when they're playing the ball out from the back, ladies and gents. I will give them that. They do look very, very good taking the ball out from the back and moving the ball side to side. Max, is that your real name? No, it's not. His real name is not that. You can find his real name, I believe, and I'm sure Max will correct me. It's in the, what do you call it? The FPL league. Because I've been wondering, I was like, who on earth is this guy? Like, I didn't know him. I was like, who is this guy? And then it obviously makes sense. And I can't believe his little brother was the one who outed him for that, for going under a fake name the whole time. We're just watching this again. Yeah, literally, De Gea goes down off the ball, no challenge whatsoever, no challenge on the keeper whatsoever, and Fred stood on his toe, and he's got no choice but to give it. He really doesn't. George P. He gives the goal actually almost apologetically. He does, to be fair. I'll give him that. I will give him that. The ref does give that almost apologetically, but at the same time, I mean, it's not his fault whatsoever, really. It's just David De Gea being a wuss. Lovely switch there, cleared out though, and they've given away the ball again there, Manchester United. Smith Rowe nearly nicked that, but a good partnership there between Diego Dalot and Scott McSaw. Scott McTominay and Fred, though, after all the criticism of the two of them, seem to be the only two who are able to retain their spot in the Manchester United team. It doesn't matter who the manager is, seemingly. There must be something. There must be something. Fred finds Dalot back into Rashford. Rashford and Sancho have switched sides at this current moment in time. Oh, let me turn on my heating. I'm so stupid. I was like, why do I feel a bit cold? I've got like this over top on, a t-shirt, I'm in my trackies. Like, why do I feel cold? Oh. Fred looks to switch one here, looking for Rashford. Rashford has a bit of space here against Tavares. Looks to whip it in, though, and El Nene's easily able to beat him to that. And a bit of a poor ball there, actually, from Marcus Rashford. United do regain possession, though. 53 minutes on the clock in the Tottenham versus Brentford game. Still Tottenham 1, Brentford 0. Tottenham ahead thanks to a Sergio Canos own goal. Is Fred Brazilian? Yes, that's why he has 5-star skill moves and 5-star stamping on people's moves. Oh, Bruno tries to whip one in there, looking for Ronaldo. Don't know where I was going with that comment about 5-star stamping, but there we are. Smith Rowe tries to get out, but maybe done a little bit too much there. Maybe would have benefited from just clearing the ball up the field. All Manchester United since that Spurs goal, though. United with their tails up, looking to make up for, I'm going to say, David De Gea's mistake. Lovely ball from Bruno to find Rashford, but really good defending by Tavares to put that out for a corner ball. Lovely, lovely defending. Bruno gave El Neni the eyes there, played it in between Tavares and Gabriel. And Tavares, though, really, really capable and competent. Really impressed with him. What I have seen of Tavares this season, been really, really impressed. And he looks like a good player, and he could be a player who is featuring for a long time in this Arsenal side. Alex Telles whipped this corner in at the front post, was met by Lindelof and tipped over the crossbar by Aaron Ramsdale. So it'll be same again for what was I going to say? Same again for Manchester United as well. So if you haven't already, guys, I can see we're on 7 likes on the stream. So if you haven't already, be sure to drop a like on that. Sam, the little brother thing was a prank. Oh, fair enough. Sancho whips that one in, cleared at the front post again. Yeah, we've got 9 people in the stream. So who hasn't dropped a like on the stream and get us up to 15 likes or as close to 15 likes as possible? That would be brilliant. And if you haven't already as well, make sure you go and check out the video from earlier, the first installment of the vlog from my trip to Germany. First installment. Arsenal just trying to regain the tempo a little bit here after a sort of a 5-10 minute spell off the ball. United gaining possession. I just realised I haven't updated the thing across the bottom to say when Emile Smith Rowe scored, so I will update that now. I shall update it. And the goal was Emile Smith Rowe. I don't know when Emile Smith Rowe did score, though. Let's have a look. 17th minute. There we are. The more you know, ladies and gents, the more you know. Emile Smith Rowe. I don't need to write his first name. Smith Rowe. 17. What a goal as well. Surely goal of the season contender, ladies and gents. Surely goal of the season. Sam, does your girlfriend not live in England? Not at the moment. She's studying abroad. That'll become apparent in the vlogs. You'll see. Lindelof rolls it to Maguire. Maguire I just realised I'm not got the Spurs game up again. Whoops. Shows how irrelevant Spurs are. Maguire shoots from about 25, maybe 30 yards out there. He's claiming it's a corner, but I think it was just a half-decent effort that's gone over the bar as well. Fred should be working in as the... I don't know who was pretending to be Santa. I thought it was Shah, and then Shah's just responded to him. Maguire, you are bad. Active Aaron says, Sam, what do you think to Grealish getting booed? I think this is really, really difficult as a Aston Villa fan. Let me know your thoughts, guys, because I think it's a little bit naive of Villa fans to boo him. I appreciate the fact that, of course, they wanted Jack Grealish to stay. But let's be honest. Was he ever going to stay for the whole of his career? You don't get the players like that anymore. You don't get your Stevie G's who are better than the team and stay at your club for however long. You don't get them anymore. You really, really don't. And Jack Grealish was his peak is so much higher than what Aston Villa are currently offering him. And of course, he was going to make the move away. And like I've seen a lot of tweets at the minute, Villa need to be appreciative of how long he did stick around. He could have jumped ship and gone to Spurs a few seasons ago when they got relegated. He didn't. He got better. He kept them up. He really improved him and Aston Villa to a good level. And then he also got 100 million to spend on the likes of Leon Bailey, Danny Ings, and be able to strengthen their squad elsewhere. So I think it's a little bit naive from Aston Villa fans. Of course, there's a sour taste in their mouth, but a little bit of a weird one to boo Jack Grealish. I thought they'd have been welcoming him. There we are, if I can say it. But just sort of being like, actually, we're appreciative of what you've done for us more than anything. Looks like, I believe Gabriel has just gone down off the ball there. And I do believe we've just got a new ball as well as the other one popped. Let's have a look what's happening over on the Tottenham versus Brentford game. Not a lot. Oh, it's Tavares who is down. My apologies. It is Tavares who has gone down. 60 minutes on the clock in the Tottenham game. Still Tottenham 1, Brentford 0. Bruce wanted to sell Grealish and swap him for Jordan Rhodes a few seasons ago. Oh, God. That doesn't cover you in any glory. That does not cover you in any glory. It's like that person who said Jordan Ibe is a better player than Raheem Sterling and backed it and backed it and backed it. And then, obviously, now, is there any doubt? I don't think there is. Ramsdale restarts play in the Manchester United versus Arsenal game, looking for the head of Aubameyang. Is it brought down there by Smith Rowe? No. Dalot picks it up instead, tries to play a ball into Bruno, and somehow it's worked its way to Fred. Fred, who goes to Alex Telles. Alex Telles could, really do with getting into a bit of form at the moment. If Luke Shaw, is out for a longer period of time, a good few performances from Alex Telles could really boost his Man United career. We've maybe been a little bit disappointed with Alex Telles so far as a whole, as the Premier League. When he moved from, was it Porto? Alex Telles was at. A lot of people were hyped up about him, whether that's just because he got a FIFA Team of the Season with a perfect link to Felipe. One can only wait to find out, but he's not been great, has he, since his arrival in Manchester? Maybe a good couple of games, and the emergence of Luke Shaw, of course, was the problem. But maybe after a good couple of games, he can get his boots on properly and get some good form behind him as well. Beef Monster Munch says we should. That's actually really funny. I don't know if I can repeat that, but that's actually really funny. I'll give you that, Beef Monster Munch. It is a funny joke. It's not like rude or anything, but you know what cancel culture is like nowadays. I don't quite fancy it. That's a lovely ball from Fred round the corner to Bruno. Is that a penalty? Referee says no. Sam, I would I would take Chalobah over Free. What? Over Fred. Oh, over Fred. Evening as well, Beef Monster Munch. Thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Here's Tavares. Tavares goes back to Aubameyang. I haven't really had a clear-cut opportunity in this game for a little while now. Partey. Oh, he tries to switch the play there. Poor ball from Thomas Partey. United might be able to counter. Good touch there from Ronaldo to get it back in his stride. Tries to poke it through, looking for Jadon Sancho, who's making the run, but cleared. Bruno looks forward. Cleared, though, by Gabriel. That seems to be their out ball at the minute. They're looking long. I'm a Newcastle fan. Whoever you support, you have it better than us at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Chelsea fan, Beef Monster Munch, so I am completely on the opposite side of the spectrum. Chance there for Ivan Toney in the Tottenham versus Brentford game. Easy save there for Hugo Lloris. Yeah, let us know as well. What do you think to Eddie Howe coming in, mate? What do you think to Eddie Howe coming in? Ooh, more games on Amazon Prime. December 28th. Get in. I think he's a perfect fit. Well, that's good. At least someone does. It's really annoying, like both games. Another Newcastle fan. I'm the only Toon fan in the village. I think we're going to have a fight here between Beef Monster Munch and Active Aaron, unless they're the same person on two different accounts, which I don't think they are. But it seems like a weird name for Active Aaron to call himself. Harry Maguire shoots from about 15, 20 yards out and easily save. It's hard when your defenders get sent off after 10 minutes. That is very true. That is very, very true. It's always hard when your defenders get sent off after 10 minutes. I will tell you that after we thingied it. Chelsea drew against Norwich. Did we get someone sent off against that game? No, it was West Brom, wasn't it? Why do I always get Norwich and West Brom muddled up? Probably because they're yo-yo sides who sometimes play in yellow. But what I was meaning was when Chelsea lost 5-2, it is always hard. Good tackle there from Alex Telles. Martinelli really fancied the 1v1 in terms of pace. In the other game, though, is that Heung-min Son running through. Son to easy as you like from Heung-min Son. It was a sweaty goal. Reguilon ran down that left-hand side. Heung-min Son, loads of space, and that looks like it'll be game over in that game. But, Arsenal with an opportunity as well in the Manchester United game. Martinelli managed to wander his way into the box from the byline after some good play between him and Erdegaard, and he's just dragged it wide. But it is 2-0 to Tottenham in the Tottenham-Brentford game as well. It is 2-0, so at least we're getting some goals. Reguilon did really, really well there. Very unselfish as well, Serge Reguilon. Very, very unselfish. And 2-0 in that game. So everything's coming together. If you haven't already, guys, if you could drop a like on the stream. If you do have a Twitch account as well, be sure to drop us a follow on Twitch as well. Keep yourselves up to date. Maybe I'll do a few more Twitch-based stuff in the future. Let me know if you fancied seeing anything. What would you want me to stream if that was the case? Let me replace that one, and we'll update the stream here as well. Here's Sancho out on the left-hand side. Sancho tries to get past his man, but really, really good defending there. I think that was Tomiyasu over there at right back. I think it was Tomiyasu. I can't quite see. They've not done a close-up to double-check that it is Tomiyasu, but really good defending there to keep Sancho at bay. Kept him at arm's length the whole time. Really, really easy stuff for Tomiyasu to do. Robot Shah. Yeah, exactly. I don't have it set on. Oh, did I not set it on? What do you call it? Let me change it. Then he can't do that. He has to at least subscribe to me for him to do that then. If I set it up like this. Let's have a look. Live. Edit. Customization. Subscriber only. We'll do that. then no one will be able to do it, to be fair. We've not had that for a while. That's because I have it on subscriber only. So at least I benefit from it. There we are. Stream was hidden by Fraser. Haha. Kieran Clark, what a disaster. But for 80 minutes, we were the better team with 10 men. There's a huge difference. Yeah. Whatever you say, dude. Whatever you say. Still think Newcastle are one of the favourites to go down if they don't put their ideas up before the January transfer window. Long throw in there for Tavares. Headed clear only as far as Partey. And he's been fouled at the edge of the box by Fred there. Shah's really annoyed at the Manchester United game. No surprises, really, Shah, that you're annoyed at that. No surprises. Arsenal here have a really good free kick in a dangerous position. We've got a couple of men over the ball. Not sure why Mohamed El Neni's over there looking at Erdegaard stood over there. All right, Radiator, what was that about? I don't know if you guys heard that. He just went bang. Free kick about 25 yards out here, ladies and gents. Gabriel's over the ball as well. Thomas Partey. El Neni he's having a look at it as well. I think this will be Erdegaard on that left foot of his, about 25 yards out here. We heard that. It was loud. Erdegaard on his left foot. It is Erdegaard. Oh, no, he dummies it. Partey. Hits the bar. Doesn't hit the bar. It's the top of the wall and goes over. My fantasy started dreadful, but I'm doing great now. I'm on 80 points. Jeez, Max. Jeez. It's weird how Aaron and Beef Monster Munch are commenting at different times. After the Norwich game, most of us are expecting relegation. We have too many points to make up the really difficult December. Yeah, I mean, you're not too far behind, though, are you? You're not too far behind at the moment. You've managed to get a few draws, which isn't too bad. As long as you keep racking up some points, you'll do okay. It's not as simple as looking at the result and saying same old, same old. Yeah, I mean, true. Sam, why are there so many games in December? It's because they want to cram everything in. Part of it will be because for viewership, they know that obviously like school kids, family, a lot of people have time off over December. And as a result of that, they will look to put as many games as possible to maximize the revenue and sell out stadiums. Because, of course, if more people are off work, then more people have free time to go and watch the football. So there is that to bear in mind as well. But then you still have to get through the fixtures, and they like to have a break before, for example, the FA Cup final. You get a week break before that. So potentially, if you were to think about it, you could extend the season by a couple of weeks and have it pretty much perfectly. But they like to have it so that they've got a nice break if there's a Euros or a Nations League or a World Cup and stuff like that, which is the real problem for teams. And of course, the smaller teams as well, they're always going to have more problems because teams like United can pretty much swap out a whole team and still have a half decent strength side. And that Bruno with an easy tap in. I wasn't even commentating there because it kind of came from nothing. It was some good work down the left-hand side by Marcus Rashford, who rolled it into, I don't even know who he rolled it into there. But I think he rolled it into Fred. And Fred just sort of turns around in the box. It was a half clearance from Ben White, falls to Maguire. Here's Sancho, not Rashford. Sancho rolls it into Fred. Fred somehow manages to roll that back to Bruno Fernandes. And Bruno, calm as you like, in step of his foot, places it across the goal. Aaron Ramsdale can't do a thing. He can't do a thing. It's placed in the corner. Bruno Fernandes has scored, and that is 1-1. That is 1-1. And like I say, it kind of came out of nothing there because it came from a bit of a Ben White mistake, if I'm honest with you, who just picked out Harry Maguire. And then United from there just kept the ball. They did just keep the ball. And that is on the stroke of half-time as well, ladies and gents. So that will change the team talk, most certainly. That will change the team talk. let me get the. I keep doing that. I keep accidentally opening Premiere Pro instead of Photoshop, and it really annoys me. I'm such an idiot. United, though, have had the tails up since that Arsenal goal. Arsenal did sit back off them a little bit, and as a result of that, they have conceded, but they haven't been bad. Arsenal, they've had a pretty good performance thus far. And United really just making the most of the one opportunity they've really had to put one in the back of the net. And it is actually 1-1. I'm just updating the scoreboard. If anyone is joining and wondering, I am just updating the scoreboard as we speak for you. There we are. There we are, 1-1. Good stuff, exciting. Man, you doing well, I see. I mean, not really. Not really. January is when the third round starts, Shah. Is that of the FA Cup? What's with Amazon Prime thing then? And when's the FA Cup starting? Amazon Prime, they used it last year. Amazon Prime did. I think it's just to spread it out across the subscriptions, and I'm down for it. I am down for it because a lot of people don't have Sky anymore. They have other, like they have Netflix, they have Amazon, they have these streaming websites, Disney, and I'm down for Amazon to do it. United on the attack here with Rashford. Rashford tries to go for a little nutmeg on Ben White, but Ben White saw it coming. Bit of a dodgy pass though, but Gabriel's able to recover the ball, and Arsenal, here they go with Martin Ertegaard leading the charge. Rolls it out to Martinelli. Martinelli has to come back though, rolls it into Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey into Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe wanders into a bit of space there, but ended up being blocked out. Why can't I scroll down to the bottom of the chat? As long as it's on BT Sport and as long as it's not on BT Sport and they're more on pundits. I don't think BT Sport's pundits are that bad. But Aaron, you seem to dislike a lot of pundits. You seem to dislike a lot more than I do. Smith Rowe whips one in. Looking for Gabriel at the back post, and that has just rolled out. Newcastle haven't spent a penny yet on players, mainly because they can't, Beef Monster Munch. Mainly because they can't. That is the important part. They can't spend any money yet. That was a really, really good goal. Did I just get Ronaldo muddled up with Harry Maguire there in that lead up? I don't know. I don't know who played the ball. It looked like... Oh, God. Aaron, that can be your next TikTok, why you don't like Rio Ferdinand. There you are. If you haven't as well, if you do have a TikTok account, make sure to go follow myself. And, of course, if you maybe fancy and wanting to lose some weight and you want to know the best ways to lose some weight with the best personal trainer, then make sure to go and follow Active Aaron as well. Aaron, feel free to drop any of your socials in the chat if you really desire. That's a lovely ball from Bruno to find Ronaldo. Goes for an overhead kick. Ronaldo loves those overhead kicks. I mean, people don't talk about the amount that Ronaldo tries overhead kicks. Why do you think the Big Six are going out of their way to block Newcastle? Because they have a lot of money, quite simply. Like, you talk about the step up. Like, if you look at the step up between Abramovich, the City owners, and the new Newcastle owners, the gap between the richest owners and Abramovich was huge. But that gap between the City owners now and the Newcastle owners is monumental. Monumental. And that's the thing. We don't want to lose football as it is. I'm happy for Newcastle if they want to spend their money, if they want to spend it on youth development, that type of thing. But if they're going to end up chucking however many million around every transfer window, it almost loses the impact of competitiveness. And we talked about last season, didn't we, quite a lot about the Super League and how that was going to ruin it. Oh, we're selling out for money, blah, blah, blah. Halftime in the Manchester United Arsenal game here. We talk about that, and we talked about the Super League, and the problem was that we were selling out for money. And Newcastle, they're not selling out for money because they needed new owners. They needed that very much. But if they end up spending that amount of money, we will have the same impact as potentially as a Super League would have done to what a Newcastle owner would have done. Because like we'll end up seeing it just being about money and money being a problem. And I think we'll see wage caps. I think we'll see maybe even transfer caps worldwide, because of course you can't just do transfer caps in one area, because that wouldn't work. Because then if for example we wanted to buy Neymar, Chelsea wanted to buy Neymar, we go in for 200 mil because that is the transfer cap. PSG, or maybe not PSG because he's at PSG. But people like Real Madrid, other teams, they would just go, right, we'll bid 201 million, and just it would just literally I pressed the wrong button there. Oops. It would literally just price us out of everything. It really would. It just price us out of everything. And can I get why aren't you letting me see the bottom bar here? Come on. I'm trying to turn off the counter, you stupid thing. Hate it when it does this. There we are. Pause. That was really annoying. It's the 6 clubs with the most financial clout. What's the big 6? The teams who win the most. Historically, yes. If you look at the chill, Sam, need a breather. We're not doing a halftime game, by the way. I'm going to keep commentating because we've got the Brentford versus Tottenham game on. Historically, it is the teams that win the most. Historically, over the last 10, 15 years, other than maybe Leicester, I don't think I can name a side outside of the big 6 who has won more. I think Tottenham, they're there on what they have achieved in terms of league position over the last 20 years. But other than that, you've got Liverpool, who've won 2 Champions Leagues in the last 20 years, FA Cups, Community Shields, all of it. You've got Chelsea, who have won multiple Premier League titles, multiple Champions League titles, multiple Europa League titles, multiple FA Cups. That is Arsenal, as you point out, Beef Monster Munch, maybe haven't won as much in recent years, but in the last 20 years, they have, 20 years? They've won 2 Premier League titles. They've got to a Champions League final. They have won 5, 6 FA Cups. And I think that is the defining thing at the moment. I don't think it is quite as clear cut as that, but it also does fall down to as well the most money, but it's a combination of the most. Big 6 teams that win most. Hello. What? I don't know what you meant there, Max. I don't know what you meant there. 80 minutes on the clock in the Tottenham versus Brentford game. I think the reason it was trying to be blocked at the end of the day is more the fact that it's losing competitiveness. Man City had nothing to do with financial clout. Man United, nothing to do with financial clout. Man City are a top 6 side because since their takeover, I'm really confused, Beef Monster Munch, because you've broken it down. These teams might be the richest, but teams like Manchester United have been on top for at least out of the last 30 years, 22 of them. Chelsea have been on top since 1998. They had tops. They've been at the top since really the Premier League begun. Chelsea have. They've been a top 4, top 6 side. Manchester United haven't been on top for decades. They won their last Premier League title 9 years ago. That's not decades. They literally won out of the first what? In this millennium, out of the first 13 Premier League titles, they won 9 of them since Ferguson. But that's not the point. It is over the last 20 years. That's why it's the top 6. It gets redefined. It was the top 4 a few years ago, at the beginning sort of the 2000s, and it was Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, Newcastle, because Newcastle were up there. It changes depending on the time. The point is they all spend lots of money. Yeah, but they also generate lots of money. Like, I'm not defending, like, teams, for example, Manchester City, and I've spoken about this on my YouTube channel. I'm not defending teams for spending lots of money, but it is part of the game. But also, like you look at teams more recently, the amount of money that City, Chelsea chuck into their development, we're starting to see that. Now we're going to spend more money. But the thing is, the difference is, and there's a really key difference here, Beef Monster Munch, and I hate to point this out, you are relegation contenders. When Chelsea got their takeover, Chelsea had finished 4th in the Premier League quite a few years in a row. They won the FA Cup in 1998, and so they were a big side. They weren't a huge side, but they were a big side. The difference is Newcastle are a side that are about to get relegated. Man City were for the most part, an established Premier League side. Yes, they're a little bit different, but even still, they weren't like Newcastle, who are about to get relegated. Exactly. So are we. You're a big club. You're not a big side. You're a club with a lot of following. You're not a big side. There is a huge difference between that. Chelsea was an oil club. It wasn't before. Chelsea get a lot of slander, and I know obviously I'm of course always going to back Chelsea up because I'm a Chelsea fan. But if you look at Chelsea's league positions over the decade before, obviously, even with the money, Chelsea have had a few wobbles where they've dropped to 10th in the league and stuff like that. We are an established Premier League club. We finished 12th and 13th in the last 2 seasons. I mean, 13th, yeah, last season, that was a good turnaround. But you're established, yes, but you were relegated a few years ago, and now you are struggling for your life. That, to me, is a side that is struggling. Chelsea was so poor back then in the 70s. Yes, okay, maybe we were poor in the 70s, but if we're going historic, then most of the teams in this Big Six were poor in the 70s. It was only Manchester United. I can't believe you cannot see the difference between Chelsea getting money, who were a top 6 side in 2004, 2003, than a team that are about to get relegated and have no ability at all going up. Oh, God. There is a complete difference. There's a huge, humongous difference. There isn't too much of a difference between Man City. I'll give you that. But Manchester City, for me, they haven't been relegated twice in the last 20 years before they got their money. So we finished top 3 for 3 years. But when was this? Not since I've been an avid watcher of football have Newcastle finished in the top 3. They finished 5th with Demba Ba and Papi Cisse, and then 2 seasons later got relegated. Bobby Robson, right? Are we going back there, are we? 85 minutes on the clock. Tottenham versus Brentford. Game really winding down here, as you can tell. That's why I'm talking about other things. But you can go back to Keegan. You can go back to Robson. You're talking history. I'm not talking history. I'm talking recent history. There's a humongous difference. Humongous. If you talk about anything in the past, you're talking about history. If you talk about anything in the past, that is history. Going back to the 90s, the 80s, that's all history. Chelsea before they got took over is history. It's like saying to Liverpool fans, what's Aaron put? A better comparison would be Newcastle to Man City. Chelsea was top 6 regulars. Exactly. That is my point. City, maybe. You can't say history only means the last few years. You what? History, you can't say history only means the last few years. I didn't say history only means the last few. I'm really confused, Beef Monster Munch. You are really confusing me. Evening to football fan. Thank you for stopping by. We are at halftime here, having a few discussions. We are in present day, not 1995. Exactly. That is you can talk about people from the 1990s and say, oh yeah, they finished in the top 3 there, so therefore we are an established Premier League side. It doesn't work. It really doesn't work. Well, then historically we are a Premier League club. It's really not hard. Yeah, but you're not now. You're scrapping for relegation at the minute. You are, and there is a huge difference between the position even that Man City were in before they got taken over to the position. That's not history. That is now. Yeah, you are a Premier League club then. You are a Premier League club now. But if you didn't get that takeover, you wouldn't be. Simple. Why are you talking about this? I don't know. I don't know. Greetings to the Sam Redgate-Large channel. Yes, exactly, football fan. Assuming you're a Leeds United fan, what have you made to Leeds United season so far, mate? What have you made to Leeds United season so far? A little bit of a wobble, really, hasn't it? A little bit of a wobble for Leeds United. We're going to get back underway with the football in the Manchester United game sooner rather than later. I would hope sooner rather than later. We will be back in a moment, but Man City ain't got good history. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. That's the thing. It's all comparable, isn't it? It's all really difficult, and it's always difficult to weigh up. Like Newcastle were a big club sort of 25 years ago. They were a big club, but now they're a team that isn't performing. They've still got a big club, good fan base. They've still got all of that, which is really important for a side, and a fan base that turns out in their numbers. You can't knock the fans, but it is difficult for it is difficult to put a finger on it. And I just think the reason why the Big Six block it is not because they're afraid that Newcastle will overtake them, but it's more the fact that I think sides are starting to realise that we don't want our league to be about money. And it's easy to sit there and say, it's all about money, but I don't think it is. Newcastle's plan isn't going to come to fruition for 5 years. Realistically, if they get relegated, could be more because you're not allowed to spend that amount of money. Financial fair play rules are there. The league is about money. It is, but I think we're starting to see a trend away from that. I think that's what we're starting to see. The Super League, I think, was a massive turning point because people realised you'd have to be nuts to think it's not about money. Too late for that, Sam, coming from a Chelsea fan, lol. It is too late for that. But I think, like I'm saying, I think the Super League has been a massive change. And the fact that the fans voted against this money, I think that is the difference. And I think what is trying to happen is the clubs are trying to preempt it and stop it from causing the problems. You'd be nuts to think it's not about money. I'm not thinking it's not about money. I appreciate money has a place in the game and where it is. And of course, teams deserve to have their money. They should be able to spend money on players and have transfers. But at the end of the day, I think we're currently in a shift away from money. You look at the financial fair play rules that are starting to be developed. You've got in La Liga, I believe there was a few rules to stop the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona from creating that. And I think that's what we're going to have as a broad sweeping spectrum to try and stop the game just being 100% money. Because at the end of the day, most of the revenue that is generated for those transfers are from elsewhere. We could probably be doing much better at everything. So that is my opinion. I think we're trying to move away from that. Of course, it is too late. City, Chelsea have spent lots of money. United, Liverpool, but Liverpool are self-sufficient, so not Liverpool. But at the end of the day, there is a lot of money in football and money does talk. And you can see it across my YouTube channel. I've been very vocal about it. But I do think that we're going to lose the competitive edge because Newcastle fans, do you really want to go and buy whoever just so that you can absolutely slap Sunderland? Or would you prefer to have a really gritty game, have some players that know what it means to play for the club, and then beat Sunderland? And of course, Sunderland aren't to the level that they used to be in the Darren Bent sort of era. Say if it was that level, then beat Sunderland on that form. Because I think as a Chelsea fan, I would prefer to beat Spurs with a load of homegrown players. I love seeing Mason Mount, Callum Hudson-Odoi, these players who know what it means to be Chelsea to come through. And of course, I'm sure Newcastle fans appreciate that as well. And that is the one thing we are in danger of losing. That is the one thing we are in danger of losing. Sam versus Aaron boxing match. I'm pretty certain that is Aaron, because I can imagine it being Aaron, but maybe not. Sam versus Aaron boxing match. I mean, I feel like Aaron's in a lot better shape than me. And most Newcastle fans are actually realistic as a long-term project. Yeah, you always say that, Aaron. You always say that, so fair play. But it is always a little bit questionable. I have just missed the start of the game for the timer. Fraser's trying to cause a bit of controversy there. Let me start the timer now. Arsenal have got us underway. It is the second half. Let me update the thingies for us. I'm assuming it is full time in the other game. Why can't I click on that now? Well, that made the half time go quickly. There we are. Export. That really confused me then. He said Erdegaard with the corner for us. Oh my gosh! Martinelli at the front post, whipped that in. And off the head of Martinelli and David De Gea. Sharp save there from David De Gea. Oh my gosh, that caught me off guard because I thought he said Lingard for Arsenal. And I was just about to say that. And it's a great save by David De Gea. Brilliant reactions from David De Gea. Brilliant reaction. Brilliant reaction save. We are going to leave the Newcastle United talk there for the time being. I'm sure Aaron can carry on chatting to that person if they want. But I'm a little bit fed up with that conversation because I've pointed out my points. Why is Monster Munch talking like we are going to sign Mbappe? I have polar opposite views to that guy. That's literally what I've been thinking. Why do you think PL voted to ban sponsorships retrospectively and only Newcastle and Man City voted against it? Because Newcastle and City wanted to make the most money. But we're going to leave it there. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. It is full time and it is 2-0 to Spurs in that game. Ronaldo with an opportunity. Cuts back inside. Ronaldo! Oh, good save by Ramsdale. Brilliant save by Ramsdale. Brilliant save by Ramsdale. And a firm hand to get that one away. Oh, Ronaldo, that was better from Cristiano. That's what we're used to seeing. That is what we are used to seeing from Cristiano Ronaldo. A lovely bit of play there from Cristiano. 6-1 down. And lovely stuff. He's in the, you can see he's in the Twitch chat. He's in the Twitch chat. That's why. I'm not even seeing that guy in the chat. Is he in a different chat? Yes, he's in the Twitch chat. In fact, you said it. When did I say it? What? He's in the Twitch chat, Aaron. So if you have Twitch, you'll have to go over there. Or if Monster Munch has thingy. Ramsdale. Big kick there up the field. Erdegaard looks to knock that one forward. Lindelof wins the header. A bit of head tennis here. A couple of headers. I think that was about 4 or 5 headers in a row there. 4 or 5 headers in a row. It is full time in the other game as well. That pushes Spurs back up to 6th. Spurs are having such a mixed bag of a season. And it is mental. I saw a TikTok earlier and I sent this to Evening Fraser. Thank you for swapping over to the other one. I sent this to Aaron earlier. It is mental that only 4 teams and 2 teams on 0 have have a positive goal difference. Absolutely bonkers. It shows the class difference at the moment between the front 3 and the rest, because they seem to be able to do a job. They do seem to go have a good job. See you later, Max. Have a good one, mate. Have a good one. You were the person who mentioned 320 billion at me. I've never said the phrase 320 billion in any of that because I didn't even know that was the amount. Oh, God. Rashford tries to get to the byline. Cleared out, though. United look a little bit like they're up for it this second half. They do look up for it in this second half, and they look like they're going to try and really push Arsenal and try and get the better of them at this current moment in time. Fernandes, bit of space, rolls it into Rashford. Rashford shoots from range, easily into the hands though of Aaron Ramsdale. There, easy save by Aaron Ramsdale. Bounced in front of him, so could have been a little bit funny, but Ramsdale switched on enough. I did say that because if they do, there is the potential. But I also said, which the important part is, which you are missing out on, if they spend it wisely, spend it like Chelsea have, and spend it on a few players, spend it on youth, then they can also then you can also be able to build your squad. Hence the point about Callum Hudson-Odoi and Mason Mount scoring. I feel better about that. But we're going to leave that there, Beef Monster Munch, because to be honest with you, I don't want to talk about Newcastle anymore. So there we are. Don't show Aaron that comment, he'll kill me. There you are, Aaron. This is what Fraser is saying. He's saying it behind your back, mate, so you can't get him. Same chow. Rashford pulls it back. Ronaldo! 2-1. That was beautiful from Manchester United. Beautiful stuff. Ronaldo, easy finish. Easy finish for Cristiano. That is what you want to see from Cristiano Ronaldo. Poaching inside the penalty box. Lovely, lovely finish. Lovely finish. It was Maguire who switched the ball out to looking for Rashford, but Tavares tried to intercept, and then it's a great ball from Delort to find Rashford, who had loads of space, loads of time, picks out Ronaldo. You don't give Ronaldo that space all the time, do you? And he has found the back of the net, and it makes, the flip the game on this head. Fair play to Manchester United. Fair play to Manchester United. They have flipped this game on their head. I'm pleased with the fantasy points as well. So, even better. Fantasy points. What more could you ask for, ladies and gents? What more could you ask for, if you may? Not a lot. Let me update this, and we will also update this as well. So that is 2-1. Oh, I've accidentally turned my Siri on. I didn't mean to do that. Why did it just think I said Toy World? No. Why would I ever say Toy World? When has that ever been in my vocabulary? Ronaldo, 52. There we are. If you haven't already, guys, be sure to drop a like on the video and smash subscribe as well if you haven't already. I never said that. That was a comment which someone else made earlier on. And he said, like we are going to sign Mbappe. Not that you think like that. Anyway, we're leaving it there. I'm fed up with that conversation. Tomiyasu with the throw-in. Arsenal need a positive response now. Need a real positive response. Tomiyasu dances between a couple of players there, but United holds strong. Here's Partey. Partey has to go back. Thanks for going over to Twitch, by the way, Fraser. I appreciate that. I really do. Here's El Neni. Tavares. Erdegaard. Partey, lovely ball there into Oh, is that gone in? Oh my gosh, I can't believe that went in. That was absolutely mental. The ball out wide to Martinelli. I couldn't get my words out. Martinelli pulls it back into Martin Erdegaard. I think it might be Aubameyang's goal. I think it might be Aubameyang's goal because the ball is played into Ødegaard. Ødegaard hits it. Aubameyang is stood in the way, in the line of sight. He's onside, so there's no worries about that in terms of him being offside. But I thought it hit him. And I think what has actually happened is the fact that Aubameyang has swung his leg at it has put off David De Gea. It's gone through the legs of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and it has found the back of the net and it's 2-2. Game on, ladies and gents. Game on. This is an exciting game now. Exciting game, ladies and gents. Excited. And Ødegaard gets himself on the score sheet. Said I hadn't seen much of him this season. Making a good impression with a goal. Making a very good impression with a goal. And Fraser is celebrating. And rightly so as a Liverpool fan. Rightly so. Celebrating because it is Manchester United 2, Liverpool 2. And Martin Ødegaard has got the next goal as well. So that was a quick turnaround, a very, very quick turnaround for Arsenal. I said they needed a positive, good response. They needed a positive, good response. Shah's just put F's sake. They needed a good response, and boy, did they get it. Boy, did they get it. That's what we wanted to see. That is what we wanted to see. And as you can see, if it updates, is it updated? Why is it not updated? Why is it not updated? I've just... Don't even annoy me, please. Export as PNG. God. United give away a foul there in a high position. Just trying to update this. I don't know why it didn't update that time. There we are. Let's see what United's response is like now. Can they stem the flow really? Here's Jadon Sancho. Has Tellez and Ronaldo for support. Not bad company. Here's Ronaldo. Ronaldo, step over, goes to Fred. Fred takes his time, decides to pick out Diego Dalot, who's on the right-hand side, into Fred. Fred, lovely little dummy there from Fred, finds Bruno instead of Fred. And Bruno's ball there, looking for Marcus Rashford, didn't quite come off for him. Man U seem to be doing quite well since they booted Ollie, the boy next door, Solskjaer out. They do seem to be doing quite well. I think it's just sort of, I don't know. It's always one of those things where you get a bit more freedom. You can play how you want. Maybe the heads have gone in the changing room. Maybe that was part of the problem. But they seem to be doing okay. I don't think they played very well against Chelsea, but obviously they took their opportunity, which is all you can really ask for from a Manchester United perspective. Obviously, as a Chelsea fan, I prefer if Jorginho didn't make a mistake on the halfway line. Shah putting I went from to. There you are. You can now have those emojis of me as well if you screen grab that. Ramsdale finds Partey, who looks for Ødegaard, but intercepted by Fred. Fred finds Bruno. Bruno, he's overcomplicated that pass there. Should have played it along the floor to Marcus Rashford. Instead, opted to... Why are you doing that, you stupid heater? Opted to instead hit it, clip it over in the air, and it didn't really come off. I don't think I personally, as an expert football player, I personally wouldn't have chosen that. Tavares into El Neni, into Ødegaard, back into El Neni. Good play there from Arsenal. Into Tavares, back into El Neni. Who knew El Neni was turning into Lionel Messi here? Is Arsenal having a party? I mean, they've got party on, so at the moment, they are the ones having the party. I'm sure Jamie Vardy won't be happy to hear someone else having a party. Lovely switch there to find Gabriel Martinelli. Martinelli, of course, did regain his spot after an impressive, I believe it was a substitutes performance. Was it last weekend? With a delightful little chip over the goalkeeper. Can't remember who Arsenal were playing last weekend, though. It's gone from my head. But it was a delightful little chip, and it was good movement from the young man. Of course, Martinelli he's a fan favourite at Arsenal, but when you look at Martinelli, I do question whether Arsenal are going to see the best out of him. We saw him score a decent goal against Chelsea a few seasons ago, but from there he didn't really. That sort of seemed to be the peak of Martinelli, and we haven't really seen much in the way of progression. We've seen him sort of hit a bit of a rut in terms of his form, and of course lacking minutes as well, which contributes to that. But Martinelli back in the side tonight. Maybe he can get himself on the score sheet. Maybe so. Maybe so. I have to say, though, all the Man United fans I know have been asking, who on earth is Ralph? And yes, a lot of people don't know who he is. But to be honest with you, I hadn't heard of him. But from a bit of research, he looks like he's done a good job, like I said earlier on, at the RB clubs as a consultant type role and obviously as a manager as well. And apparently Thomas Tuchel highly rates him, and so does Jurgen Klopp. So high praise as a manager as well. So United could be a completely different side come 6 months' time, come the end of the season. Partey rolls it into Aubameyang into Ødegaard. The positive, though, for United fans to take out of this is an Arsenal team at their very best. This is an Arsenal team pretty much at their very best, in the best form that they've had for quite a long time, especially under Mikel Arteta. And they're drawing 2-2 with him, and this is a United side that is a little bit off the pace, and a little bit off the pace is a bit of an understatement. Newcastle wanted Ralph as director of football. That'd have been a good shout. That would have been a good shout. All Man U needed is a bit of organisation and direction. They have a fantastic squad. Precisely, Monster Munch. That is precisely the case. They do need someone to give them organisation and direction. Other than this defensive midfield bit of a crisis that they have, that's a lovely flick on from Aubameyang, though, to find Smith Rowe. I'll hold that thought. Delot's done really well. Other than that sort of little gap they almost have at centre defensive midfield, where they don't have a world-class defensive midfielder, United do have a lot of good players, and Scott McTominay specifically is a player who I think will definitely mould into the role. I think he could do well in a sort of Declan Rice role, but they just need to get the best out of Fred as well, because he's a 50 million player, and there must be some reason that they chuck that price tag at Fred, because, United, they've got a fantastic scouting agency. It's not going to be that he's always been like that for Shakhtar Donetsk. So maybe it's him playing in the wrong role, in the wrong position. Maybe so. Well, only time will tell. And of course, under Ralph Ragnick, I'm sure we'll see a different Manchester United side than what we are used to. Tavares. Why is my settings thing keep popping up here? No, go away. I don't want more cloud space. Martinelli. Good defending there. Really good defending by Alex Telles. Just stood him up. Knew what the Brazilian was going to do. What do you remember about ex-Chelsea director Mikel? Honestly, I don't even know how you pronounce his name, and that'll tell you how much I remember. I honestly could not even tell you when he was at Chelsea Football Club. I could not even tell you. Should we have a look? I couldn't even tell you, to be honest with you. Let's have a look. He was the technical director between 2011 and 2017. I never knew that. I don't really pay attention to those levels of the club at Chelsea, to be brutally honest with you. So it's one of those things. I think you either pay attention to them or you don't. And I'm one of those people who doesn't pay attention to that kind of thing, because at the end of the day, I guess you've got to put some faith in your owners that they know what they're doing. Of course, Newcastle, big questions around that over the last few years. But for Chelsea, Roman Abramovich tends to make the right decisions in regards to Chelsea. So it's not one of those things. If maybe we had a poor director and everything was going back to him, then maybe I would have more of a knowledge of who. But anyway. Are we drawing to Arsenal, says Shah. Shah, I just said this. I think this isn't a bad result for United. Of course, United expect better, but this is an Arsenal team who are playing or have been playing pretty much at their best under Mikel Arteta. And United holding them for a 2-2 draw with Michael Carrick, the most overrated footballer in the history of football. The most underrated footballer, who then turned overrated because everyone said he was underrated. And now everyone thinks he's the second coming of Xavi when he wasn't. in the charge of their own team. So I think this isn't too bad, actually, Shah. I think this isn't too bad. Tavares looking to whip in a cross there, but blocked by Marcus Rashford. United being held back a little bit, just being pinned in by Arsenal. 64 minutes on the clock, in case if you can't work out that it's not an hour full. It is 64 minutes on the clock. We've got about 30 minutes here. Will we get a winner? Chat, what do you think? Are we going to get a winner in this game? That is the question. Are we going to get a winner in this game? Both teams have had 11 attempts on target, surprisingly. Shows how even they've been. But that's a lovely ball over the top of Aubameyang. Might be through here. Good save by David De Gea. Sam, you're first and winning every match. We're struggling. 3-2 United. Come on. I don't think it is 3-2 United. But I'm assuming that's what you're wanting, 3-2 United. Yeah, but you've got to take it in perspective. You're struggling, but you don't have a manager, and you're still holding an Arsenal side that has won or not lost in however many games, other than the game against Liverpool. So you've got to take it with a pinch of salt, to be honest with you, Shah. I think it's not bad. I think it's not actually a bad result, mate, if I'm brutally honest with you. Arsenal, Bukayo Saka looks like he's going to be coming on. I do believe he picked up an injury at the weekend, which isn't nice to see, but good to see that he is back. 10th. I don't know if that was Beef Monster Munch saying, Sancho looking to move the ball forward. Is that where you're saying United would finish this season? Or is that where you're saying Newcastle finish this season? God, imagine if Newcastle finished top half. That'd be mental. Bruno Fernandes looks to whip that one in. Cleared, though, by Gabriel. United just got their tails up a little bit there. And Aaron predicted an Arsenal tight win. I backed Arsenal as well, didn't I, Shah? Yeah, I did. I did back Arsenal as well. So clip ball forward there, looking for Cristiano Ronaldo. Ramsdale easily able to collect. That's where Manchester United are, and that's what Beef Monster Munch says. In 10th at the moment. Negative goal difference as well, importantly. How would be a magician if we finished 10th? Yeah, now that would be. Aaron, any slander I've given to Eddie Howe over the last few weeks when we've been discussing it, or any criticisms I've had, is that a penalty? The Manchester United players are adamant that was a penalty. The ball into the box towards Fred. And the Arsenal defender, I'm not sure who it was. I think it's Erdegaard. That's going to be changed. That's going to be overturned. That is going to be overturned. Definitely a penalty. Definitely a penalty. You're hearing it now. It's going to be a United penalty. Erdegaard slid in from behind, not won the ball, not taken the ball whatsoever. And the VAR's coming in. Here we go. Mark Clattenburg is on the commentary being like, I think you'll see what will happen here is that they'll go to VAR and it is a penalty. It is a penalty. He's come in from behind. He's not won the ball. He's made contact with Fred. He slid in. This is going to be a penalty. Yeah, he's not touched the ball whatsoever. And he's... The commentator saying, I don't know how clear-cut you want it. And I cannot blame him for saying that because it is very, very clear. Don't know what the referee saw. And it is a Manchester United penalty. Pointed to the spot here, the referee... Martin Erdegaard, despite putting Arsenal back level, has then shot himself in the foot. Fred might have made up for his earlier error of standing on David De Gea. He's been involved in everything, hasn't he? Fouled for the penalty, got the assist for the goal, and stood on David De Gea as well. It's Cristiano Ronaldo who is on the penalty monster munch. It is Cristiano Ronaldo. Who else would you want on a penalty? Maybe Jorginho. But who else would you want on a penalty? Really straight run up. Cristiano Ronaldo against the great man, Aaron Ramsdale. Of course, a joke there. Well, that'll be a goal then, says Beef Monster Munch. I feel like the Twitch chat comes through a lot quicker because Beef Monster Munch seems to respond to me within like half a second. It is Ronaldo against Ramsdale. Ronaldo! There we go. That is 3-2. And here comes the shoo. There we are. 3-2. And Manchester United take the lead once again. What a game this is. Martin Ødegaard has had an absolute mare there. I don't even think he really needs to commit to that foul. Ronaldo, as calm as you like. I cannot think of a more calm penalty taker in big situations. Like I said, maybe Jorginho. Well, that might be Chelsea bias. Straight down the middle. Ramsdale dives. No chance for Aaron Ramsdale. Manchester United 3, Arsenal 2. And Arsenal really on the ropes a little bit here. On the ropes. It's going to be interesting to see how these final few minutes play out for both teams. So I said it, Sam. We need to hold on now. Ronaldo will still be playing when he's 40. Would not be surprised at Aaron calling him Penaldo. Oh, I cannot believe Ødegaard made that tackle. I don't know why he's done it. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Don't know why he's done it. Maybe I should organise the goal scorers per club rather than try that. Does that make more sense? What minute was that? 70th minute. And we've still got 20 minutes left to play, folks. Still 20 minutes left to play. Will United hold on to a 3-2 win? Who knows? Exciting stuff. I totally just realised I've still got Aaron's comment saying Penaldo still up. Oh, God. Here we go. There we are. 3-2. Lots of goals. Aaron supports Newcastle, so there you are. Ronaldo will definitely still be playing in his 40s. I think he will. Whether he's still playing in the Prem, I don't know. Rashford's gone down there. That didn't look good. He's gone down off the ball. He's just testing his legs out a little bit. Marcus Rashford is a very, very injury prone. I do wonder with some of these players, we were talking about it the other night when Yusuf was on the stream. I do wonder if, Rashford, Martial, these players who get injured quite a lot, if they should just wait, not rushing back. Speaking of Yusuf, here he is. Just popped here to say the GOAT. And Fred, that is, exactly. A goal, assist, and standing on David De Gea, all in one game. Good days at the office for Fred, and you missed my Sue, so you're gonna have to wait and come back. Aaron, you lucky Donny, you sign Mbappe, call him up. Not back on this. That fact is mental. Ronaldo. This will be United's first home win since Ronaldo's first appearance at Manchester United this time round. How mental is that? That is completely bonkers. I left and it's 3-2. I know. I don't know when you left, Oliver, but everything has happened. Here is Saka. Saka finds Partey back into Ødegaard. Ødegaard, who needs to make up for that mistake, tries to flick it round to Saka as well. I'm not sure who came on there for Saka. Ronaldo will have a big impact on Man United's young players. His lifestyle, his diet, his commitment. I do think that, but I also think he might hinder the likes of Greenwood because I think he's just, at the moment, jeez, is that Romeo Beckham? He looks well old now. I feel old now. Oh, God. Yeah, Ronaldo, I just think with the playing side of it, I do think there will be a little bit of a hindrance on Mason Greenwood, but it depends on how much he can learn from Ronaldo and how close they are as a pair. I'm sure Ronaldo will teach a lot to him. I think Ronaldo will go back to Portugal until he gets 1,000 goals. I don't know how many away he is there. Ødegaard tries to whip that one in. It's gone out for a Arsenal corner. Yeah, I don't know how many away Ronaldo is from 1,000 career goals, but I guess we'll never know. People spending most of their lives. He is obsessed. He's very obsessed. Romeo Juliet. You'll never have to be alone. Oliver left at 1-1. You should have stayed, Oliver. See, that's what you get for disrespecting the SRL channel. You wouldn't have done that if that was Josh Ring. I see you. I see you. Erdegaard whips in the corner. Cleared, though, by Manchester United, and Arsenal are going to have to regroup. Tavares looks to lob one forward, and it looks like it's going to be a handball there, as the ball was lumped forward by Tavares. But they take it short and go to Saka. Saka has... I don't even know who that is. Oh, it's Tomiyasu, who was like in the right forward position there, Tomiyasu. Saka into Partey, back into Saka, but easily read by Alex Telles. And United might be on the counter-attack here. Rashford, who seems to be moving pretty easily at the moment. Rashford keeps on going, keeps on wandering. Good feet. Oh, good tackle in the end by El Neni. Took his time, made the right decision. Definitely made the right decision there, El Neni. Good decision to not dive in, not overly commit, and ended up actually benefiting from that. Aubameyang goes up the other end, looks to finesse one into the far corner, and only succeeds in finding the gloves of David De Gea. It's common you get people who say football is my life. It's rare when people is actually true. Ronaldo is one of them. Yeah, that is very true, actually. Very true. And it's a lot of commitment as well. Even just to stick to the diet, it's a lot of commitment. Believe me, I struggle to commit to a diet, let alone something like Ronaldo. But I guess the thing is as well for Ronaldo, when you have that diet, when you have that want, that desire, then of course anything is possible. And when you want to stay on the top of your game, you've got it there, and you've got a reason to do it, a proper reason to do it, and not just, oh, I want to do it. That is part of the problem. And I'm sure Aaron, if he's still in the chat, will agree with that. That is part of the problem why people fall out of love with diets and stuff, because they're like, well, I'm only doing it for me, and only I care about me. But in reality, if you're doing it for external reasons, it gives you an extra reason, really. I hate 8:15 kickoffs. So tired today. I think you meant tired, not tired. But yeah, I don't mind them, actually. I don't mind them. It gives me something to do. It means I can go to the gym as well and then still do streams. Managed to squeeze a cheeky 45-minute gym session in as well. Even I struggle to fit in a diet, although it can be more flexible than people think. And yeah, if you want to hear any more about dieting, if you are interested, Beef Monster Munch just put chicken and broccoli and rice every meal. If you do want to hear more about that, go and follow Active Aaron. It's got quite a big following, actually, on Instagram. So make sure you go over there. Martinelli, good feet there from Martinelli. Whips in a cross, but Lindelof at the front post, able to clear it. Not the greatest of crosses from Lindelof. Party. I love chocolate. So do I, Shah. I love chocolate. Tomiyasu whips one in. Looking for... Oh, my gosh, it's a 3-3. Oh, Aubameyang, how have you missed that? Martinelli. He must have been offside from that first shot from Martinelli. Tomiyasu whips in a big looping cross because it takes a deflection off. He's offside anyway. It wouldn't have counted anyway if Aubameyang had scored that, but he should have scored. He should have scored. Sam, stick to your healthy diet. Don't be a fatty like me. I don't know what you look like, Shah, so I can't prove that. I can also see him becoming a good manager. Who? Oh, Ronaldo we're on about now. He has that desire. He has that Ferguson in him. Yeah, I don't know with Ronaldo, because the thing is, like, he does have that desire in him, but how many top footballers become incredible players? Cruyff. There can't be that many. But he does have the leadership. That is the one thing, isn't it? Maybe that he has over some of the other top players. He does have the leadership, and he's very vocal. Maybe that's why the likes of Lampard. Lampard did have the leadership, but not to the same degree that Cristiano Ronaldo does. I'll send a pic of my stomach. Please don't, Shah, because that is weird. I will put you on a 5-minute mute if you do that. If you haven't already, guys, I can see we're still on, I believe we're on 8 likes. So if we could get us up to 10, I would greatly appreciate that. I think we're on 8 likes. So if we could get us up to 10, I will appreciate that massively. And if we can get ourselves up towards that 15, that'd be even better. Not many top managers become top players. Yes. No, is that what I said? Whoops. Not many players become some managers. Welcome to the Sam Redgate-Large Twitch channel, Beef Monster Munch. There you are. Alexander Lacazette and Eddie Nketiah, if that's how you pronounce his name, has just come on, and apparently that miss from Aubameyang was enough for Mikel Arteta and him and Ødegaard, who've both not had a decent 5-10 minutes or so, have both come off. Let's have a look at my FPL. Beef Monster Munch, if you have an FPL team, my brother's just messaged me saying that Smith Rowe is on his bench. Whoops. If you have an FPL team, let me know. I can send you the link to the FPL league. It's the group league, and then you can be involved with everyone else in the chat. Let's refresh. Oh, 74 points, 10 points from Cristiano. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hopefully I can climb up the Sam Redgate-Large, the Mason Mount Appreciation League. Currently sat in 8th. 10 minutes left of this game. I play Football Manager 2022, if that's what you mean. No, I was meaning Fantasy Premier League, like FPL. But no worries if you don't. That is absolutely fine. Yusuf will love you if you play Fantasy. If you play FM Manager. I feel like the Twitch chat is so much quicker. Either that or no one responds to me quickly on that. But you seem to respond on the Twitch chat within like half a second. I haven't actually able to process the sentence, and you've already responded. Here's Tavares. Martinelli. Shah's back as well. Twitch is quicker. It's the point of it. Oh, fair enough. I didn't know that. If you have any like pointers as well, Beef Monster Munch, and how I can improve my Twitch account, do let me know. Of course, I've not really set it all properly. It's just there, so if people like yourself want to click on it, they can click on it. Well, that's good actually. Gives me more real-time stuff. El Neni goes back to Tavares. United sitting strong. 4 banks of 2, 2 banks of 4 in front of Arsenal. Arsenal can't really find any space at the moment. They're struggling. They're taking their time, though. They're being patient. They're doing prime Arteta ball. Tavares whips in a deep cross there, trying to get it over to Saka. Flicked on by Tellez, who's put it out for an Arsenal corner deep in that corner. Shah, why are you talking to yourself? Tomiyasu will take this corner, but unable to find Lacazette there, and he's managed to win by pushing Lingard. Lingard prevented it going out for a corner ball there. For God's sake, Aaron. For God's sake. Tomiyasu, better throw in there. Finds Nketiah, who finds Saka, who finds El Neni. Into Tavares. Tavares at the weekend as well was shooting like mad. It was like he'd never touched the ball before. Gabriel being hassled by Ronaldo there, and the referee's given that as a foul. Ronaldo had nicked the ball. Ronaldo's going to put it. Yeah, I thought he was going to put it in the back of the net anyway. First thing I'd get all you guys on Twitch, if you can get enough, you can get monetized. I know that's what I'm trying to do. Guys. Get yourselves over to Twitch. I beg you. We have about 400 subscribers over here. If you want to come over as well and drop a subscribe on this channel and help us get monetized over that way, we've got a few vlogs coming up as well, which from a holiday that I've just been on. If that's something that might interest you, Saka shoots there, cleared by David De Gea. Aaron, have you got a football player called? Yes, we all do. Yeah, I need to try, but the thing is, I'm not very good with Twitch, so it's not really my thing. If you have any other socials as well, my name is exactly the same on all of them. Beef Monster Munch, just Sam Redgate-Large, as you found it on Twitch as well. There's some stuff you can do like channel points and stuff. Yeah, I don't know how to do any of that. That's my problem. I can't work it all out. I'm not very good with Twitch. I'm still a newbie. I'm sure it'll come to me. I'll get some of those stuff set up for you, and then maybe if Fraser's still in the chat, or if Shah uses Twitch, or anyone like that is in there who speaks to me on a regular basis, can let me know. what was my, how many have you got on Twitch? I don't know. Can you see that, Beef Monster Munch, how many followers I have on Twitch? We've got 2 people currently viewing it, which for me is good. I mean, we've had 2 the whole time. Sam, I think you should do a workout stream, working out and talking with chat. Where am I going to do that? At the gym. Lingard inside the Arsenal box there, but no real options on for him there. He's found the hands of Ramsdale. I have Twitch downloaded on my phone for like 6 months, but I haven't signed in yet. Sign in, Shah. Sign in. Go bully Beef Monster Munch about Newcastle getting relegated. Go do that. Go do that. I don't even know if I know my Twitch password. That might be a problem. Hopefully it does that automatic verification here. Tellez takes the ball nicely there. Can I log in? Oh, yes, I can. It gives me my penalty, my password. Oh, I've got to get an email thing. Bruno. Out to Sancho? United are just taking their time here. They don't have to rush. They don't have to rush. And why would you? Why would you bother rushing? You do not have to rush at all. You will end up have baths in baked beans. What? But it's all money in it. Yeah, exactly. Okay, 1 sec then, Sam. Yeah, of course, with me struggling a little bit as well for gaining subscribers on YouTube, that is always a thing to think about, and that's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to work out how to get everything set up like that. Why isn't it sending me the Twitch? Oh, no, that's not it. There we are. I can finally log into my Twitch account. 6. Oh, damn it. Tavares looks to whip one in, looking for Lacazette, falls to Saka. Oh, good defending. Brilliant defending by Fred. He has been everywhere tonight. Absolutely everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Let's have a look. How do I find out? It says I'm currently streaming sports. That's how good I am. I'm streaming an actual sport on Twitch. How do I find out how many followers I have? Is that a thing? Subscriptions? I don't know. I don't understand Twitch. Let me check your channel on YouTube. Can you link your channel on YouTube? Yeah, yeah, I can. I'll send the link to this stream on YouTube. There you are. Saka here for probably a dying opportunity here. We've got 3 minutes left on the clock. Saka whips one in. Headed clear, though. Fred flicks the ball over. United might be on here. It's a 3 against 2. Fernandez is plenty of space. Rolls it to Fernandez. Oh, blocked by Tomiyasu. Great defending. Thank you, Beef Monster Munch. Great defending. Brilliant defending there. Brilliant defending. And I think that was Sancho who carried it a long way, but the pass at the end of the day just wasn't good enough. Just was not good enough. And Bruno couldn't quite get his shot off properly. Tomiyasu got his body on the line and in the way. I wouldn't go sub only. Yeah, the reason I go with that, though, is because we get spammed quite a lot. And a lot of the people, anyway, are just like subs. But we get spammed quite a lot with people who are... it's only for a minute you have to be a subscriber. So I think people will unsubscribe, stuff like that, which I don't mind. Spams of views. Yeah, I guess so. Very true, Beef Monster Munch. Very true. And thank you for subscribing as well. 2 away from my goal for this evening. Like I said, we have got a few vlogs coming in. I'm hoping we'll get a few views behind them. One of them had the video, the one from earlier, does have ads on it, which is a little bit frustrating because obviously I'm not getting paid for it. But it clearly means that it's doing well, and YouTube well enough for YouTube to want to actually put ads on it and maybe think it could do a little bit better. Ronaldo has been subbed off for Anthony Martial. So United, maybe, was there an injury there? He's just ran straight down the tunnel there, Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe he's got somewhere to be afterwards. The algorithm works by views. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I've also never thought about that. The reason my views have dipped off, maybe is because of that. Maybe you're right, Beef Monster Munch. Maybe you are right. Maybe that's why. Just watching Ronaldo's goals yet again. Just a minute left here, guys. The higher the views, the higher you get your search. Exactly. Not long left on this game. Not long at all. We've got 3 people in the Twitch chat now. Get in. Samuel's on your Twitch, but need to wait 10 minutes to comment. Well, there we are. You can do both. You can be the ultimate Redgate-Large fan, can't you, Shah? It's horrible but true. Yeah, that is a problem. I need to get Twitch on my phone as well, and then I can, if, for example, Monster Munch, if you're in the stream, I think you need an average of 3. Then if I've got myself in the stream, that gets us an extra person, and anyone else is a bonus. Definitely a bonus, because I think you need an average of 3 over a month and something else. I think you need 50 followers as well, which is going to be quite hard because I don't know how to set Twitch up properly. We've got 5 minutes of added time here, so plenty of time still for Arsenal left if they want it. If they want to take it, there is still plenty of time for Arsenal to, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will tell you, plenty of time to get 2 goals, if I'm honest with you. Plenty of time to get 2. I'm always the ultimate fan. You are, Shah. You are. You do support me a lot. I do appreciate that. Oh, lovely little nutmeg on Scott McSauce there. And Arsenal trying to get themselves forward with Tavares on the left-hand side. Tavares seems to be the ball seems to be going through Tavares all the time for Arsenal. They seem to be really using that left-hand side, trying to spread it wide. But at the moment, they're not having as much joy as they were earlier on. They look really good in the first half, Arsenal. Look really good. And maybe just dropped off just slightly come the second half. And having taken that league, a mistake from Martin Odegaard allowed Ronaldo to have his penalty. And, of course, Ronaldo does not miss penalties. And that's where we're at with 3-2. The goal scorers for tonight being Emile Smith-Rowe, Odegaard, and Ronaldo twice. And who else scored? Bruno Fernandes. There we are. Sharp Hernandez. El Neni, who I'm baffled that El Neni still plays. I am actually baffled that El Neni still plays for Arsenal. Honestly, baffles me. I didn't even realise he was still there. Shows how little I know. Tavares up against Dalot, rolls it into Saka. Saka whips in a ball looking for Lacazette. Cleared though by Harry Maguire. Got his big slab head in the way. Flicked in towards Gabriel, and Alex Telles has done really well there to get the ball out. And Martial's won a foul from Thomas Partey as well. United are just going to take the time here, and why not? Donny van der Beek, damn it. Donny van der Beek, bench, damn it, is on as well. So, some violating Maguire, of course. I heard Jack Wilshere talking, and he is training with Arsenal's first team, not ruling them out, signing him on a free. I mean, the thing is, with Jack Wilshere, the talent was always there. The talent was undoubtedly always there. I think there was one point as well where, even though he was injured, he'd come back into the England side, and I think it was 7 out of the 8 games he won man of the match, and that was over the course of a year. He only played 8 games, and he got 7 out of 8 games. He got man of the match, and then he also got 2 goal of the seasons back to back as well, and played very few games. So it shows the talent is there for Jack Wilshere. It's just whether or not they can keep him fit. And unfortunately, his legs are made out of spaghetti and they just snap all the time. Whenever you think your team is doing bad, just remember you could be the richest club in the world facing relegation. Exactly. I think, to be honest with you, relegation won't be too bad for Newcastle. I think it'll stunt them a little bit, but it'll allow you to get a team that is, because instead of just buying like top players, you'll actually buy a team of players, and you'll be able to get a group together and be able to start getting that mold together, maybe buying some lower Premier League players, maybe your Tarkovskis, bringing those back down a level and then taking them back up again. So I don't think it'd be too bad at the end of the day. You would expect them to come back up, barring that. My one concern, as it was with Chelsea, as it has been with every team when they make a lot of signings, is don't make too many signings too fast and try to chuck them into the team. Do what Jurgen Klopp does, integrate them into the team. If you integrate them into the team, it gives you so much more confidence in your players. You look at Chelsea, Timo Werner took ages to start creating chances. Havertz looks miles off it. Ben Chilwell was okay, and so was Mendy. Thiago Silva also wobbled. And so they are some of the best players in the world, and Newcastle do need to bear that in mind if they're going to make wholesale changes. And look at Fulham, spending 100 million a few seasons ago, relegated. That's all you need to know. It's not like we haven't been relegated before, but it's still a big step back, and promotion is no guarantee. No, especially not in the championship. In the championship, you need a good goal scorer. Sam, will you get married? Where did that come from, Shah? Where did that come from? We've got a few seconds left here in this game. A few seconds left. Not a lot has happened in this extra time. As you can tell by the fact I'm not actually talking about the game, there isn't much left. And I think we might end up with a referee blowing the whistle as soon as this throw-in's taken back in. Tellez launches it towards Martial, cleared by Tomiyasu. Flipped forward again by Fred. Fred trying to break up the play again. Maybe one last attack for Arsenal here. And nope. Referee says no. Definitely not. Definitely not. And that is full time. Manchester United 3, Arsenal 2. Oh my God, that was filled with thrills and spills and absolutely everything you could want. Absolutely everything you want. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was an enthralling game up until maybe the final 10 minutes where United slammed on the brakes. And Shah rightfully celebrates. How's the weather? The weather here, it was snowing the other day, so it wasn't too bad. Aaron says he hasn't actually been injured for a few years. I don't think he's just lost the yard of pace, though. Yeah, it depends if you can get the talent. If he's good on the ball, then you don't need the yard of pace. Anyway, though, that will conclude tonight's game. And let me know your thoughts if you have any final thoughts on that game. I think, to be honest with you, that's a very, very good result for Manchester United. Like I said earlier on, this was an Arsenal team that is, going from quite strength to strength, not doing too badly, if I'm honest with you. Beaten 3-2, big sign of where United could go, because I don't think Michael Carrick will have done much to set up that team properly. I don't think he'll have done that much. And that was a depleted Manchester United side. No Wan-Bissaka, no Varane, no Luke Shaw, no Pogba. A lot of players missing. No Greenwood either. So a lot of players missing. And Shah's finally managed to activate his account over there as well. So that means actually we've got more viewers on Twitch than we do on YouTube at the moment, which is good. I would like to say, though, the fans turning against Eddie after 3 games are an embarrassment and not true representatives. The vocal are a minority. Yeah, what is that? I can't even see what that is. Oh, it's a thumbs up. Pogba isn't a miss. You hate Pogba. Aaron absolutely hates Pogba. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think you've got to give him some time. Of course, I think some Newcastle fans were overly optimistic that it'd be a quick turnaround and that it'd just be win after win after win after win after win. But it hasn't been the case. It hasn't been the case. We are going to end it there. Thank you to you guys who have watched for the whole time. Make sure you've got your notifications, whatever it is on Twitch. I'm sure Beef Monster Munch will tell us what it is on Twitch. Make sure you've got your notifications turned on so you never miss a upload. And of course, make sure to keep your eyes peeled as well for the vlogs. I'm really I hate to brag, but I'm actually really proud of the vlogs. I think they look awesome. I think you guys will really enjoy them. So when you see them, make sure you get over there and drop them some love as well, and let us know. You don't have your follow button on. What does that even mean? You need that. Okay, I'll try and work it out. Beef Monster Munch. If you have like any other socials, message me on the other ones, like Instagram or TikTok or whatever one you can message me on, and then you can talk me through it. That'll be easier. Anyway, thank you to everyone for watching. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, look out for those vlogs. I'm really pleased with them. I think you guys will really enjoy them. I'd like to think they're pretty well put together as well. So I'm going to leave you there. And thank you for watching, guys. I'll probably see you on, as you can see on your screen, next game, Saturday the 5th, 12:30 p.m. So make sure you don't miss that. West Ham versus Chelsea could be a massive game. Could be a massive game in terms of the title race. And Beef Monster has said he has enjoyed the stream. So thank you. I really do appreciate you guys for sticking around tonight and engaging with the chat as well, even if Beef Monster Munch was a little bit touchy about his beloved Newcastle. But we'll let him off. We'll let him off. Thank you for watching, guys. And most importantly, as always, stay safe.